And which brings me to the final typical practical tips. Own the issues. Media has got to know that when something arises, they should call the pirate party. We were the file sharing party for 2.5 years until we finally broke through to be the civil liberties party. It takes time, it takes perseverance, it takes a whole lot of effort, because many other players will want to be in that space, in that position. They will want to own the issues too. And, well, file sharing, we own that already. Everybody knows that. If file sharing is the most important issue, there's really nobody else to vote for but the pirate party. So we just have to defend that a little bit, and we'll keep owning that. But there are plenty of border issues that we do want to own. How many in here are reading TikTok and Mike Masnick? One, okay. So, Mike Masnick did the observation that with this Eben Moglen's new Freedom Box, which is a small cheap box built for Arab worlds and other countries with censorship and pervasive surveillance like us, that a small box which you can plug into the outlet which guarantees encrypted communications, untraceable, anonymous, so on and so forth. And he compared it to something published previously, which was the piracy box, made for file sharing. No logging, no central connection, just basically a thing you can build into the wall. And what struck him halfway down this comparison is that they contain the same software. And what he realized as a conclusion to this is that piracy looks remarkably similar to freedom. And this is the point we are slowly driving home. To defend, we're not primarily defending privacy, we are defending freedom, and we're not accepting piracy crackdown as an excuse to crack down on civil liberties. And the one core group that is starting to get this, remarkably, is reporters. Because they don't like censorship. They don't like being wiretapped. They like being able to protect their sources. And this is a bit underhanded, but what reporters are realizing is that we might as well be called the journalists' party. And that's a very nice position to be in an election campaign. So they're starting to realize this, and whenever you get the opportunity, sort of just mention underhand when you're talking to a reporter, well, you want to protect your sources. Let's take this example. So, ending with a couple of practical tips. It's hard. In an election campaign, there's typically one challenger party in the media logic. Take that position. If you don't take that position, you have an uphill battle. Try to take that position by any means you can, including talking to reporters about the protection of sources. Peter mentioned that I can't vote pirate because ... Listen to that. It's important, it's crucial. Because usually there's a lot of people who agree with us, who think what we do is important, who would like to see us in Parliament, but they can't vote pirate because... Solve that, and we're getting into Parliament. It's usually small roadblocks compared to convincing somebody about our policies, at least. Verticalities, you can never quite prepare for them. We call it verticalities when the membership graph is like, if you're thinking of it as a pilot, they pull the stick backwards and just go vertical in Mach 2. It's hard to prepare for them. When the Park Bay verdict came on April 17, 2009, I had sent out a mail previously to the entire officer staff that if there's a guilty verdict, you should be prepared that we might get 500 to as many as 5,000 members in the next week. And I was exaggerating just to sort of make them prepared for more than there could possibly be. Well, we got 20,000. That's a verticality. When you triple your membership count in 1 week, it happens. It's happened to us twice. And you can't really be prepared for this when it happens, but you can do as well as you can. Reporters, be prepared for the day after. When you have the media spotlight, it's easy to believe that you're going to be the hottest thing in the town forever after. You're not. The attention will wane, and you'll be cold turkey again. And it's kind of hard to prepare mentally for that, but one can see it as a period of rest, like Pascal did, that, okay, I'm just going to ride this out. I know that media will seize its interest eventually, and then we can see, well, what did we do good, what did we do bad. Have fun. Probably the most important. This is not a sprint, it is a marathon. I want to look back on these years and realize how fun I had all the time. And it's up to us to create that. It's up to us to not make it humdrum, but have fun along the way. If we don't, and it's also for the success of the party, because if we're not having fun, we're not going to attract new activists. People come to other people who seem to be enjoying themselves. And last but not least, I'd like to reiterate what I said earlier. 40 years from now, whoever's still around of those here today, there will be new activists. Talk to them, help them, as we would all have liked people to help us today. Because they'll be defending values, the values that we are defending today. They'll be the next cycle of the same history cycles that we are currently repeating. We are part of history, and I'm proud to be part of history together with so fantastic people.